Let's see.
So the Ricky is 2K. Is there anything else expensive?
During your turn, you have another music pilot. This gets 3,000 power. When this attacks,
Bazooka 790.
you have a choice in your waiting room. Cause
Oh, you
one
can combo
cost.
with the. Was it
Wait.
you can combo with the choice?
When this attacks, if you have the choice CX in your climax area, choose one cost 0 or lower character in your waiting room, place it on empty. Oh, it has to go empty.
It has to go empty, but then it also says
Well,
you cannot
no.
attack 4 more times.
Yeah. So you can get 4 attacks in.
No,
if
you cannot attack 4 or more times.
Messer's a time machine.
No, but you still attacked 4 times. You are attempting to declare a 4th attack. You may not attack 4 times.
Oh, 4 or more. Okay,
Yeah.
I got that. Sorry.
You're not more than 4.
I misread that. Okay, yeah, you only get the 3 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that'd be. We were robbed.
I mean, it would be. I think it would be broken. I'm gonna be real to you.
Actually, that's fair. It's not as bad as IMA, but.
Am I surprised that Mikumo is the most expensive SP? No. Oh wait, only one. Wait, no. The most expensive one is. It's actually 1-0 Freya, and then Mikumo Ricky. Oh, because Mikumo Ricky. Oh no, Mikumo Ricky's the.
What did Freya do? Oh wait, Freya was just the.
Freya's the Demiurge.
Demiurge.
Oh, that's
good combo.
I'm surprised that there isn't a ridiculous premium on the Kaname just because of how popular Kaname is when it comes to goods.
Kaname SP is 8K.
Okay, that's less than I thought, because usually when I'm at live events, the things people are trading for most aggressively is Cheryl merch first, then Kaname.
That's pretty
really.
I didn't
not
know
the main two, not Mikumo or Freya.
Mikumo and Freya, but it's like when the Mikumo fans are aggressive. Sorry, not Mikumo. The Kaname fans are aggressive.
So you see them going harder.
Kaname is the
be a whale.
Red hair or the green hair?
Red hair, yeah. Kaname's the red hair.
Yeah.
Or your favorite? You're saying your favorite is the red hair or the green hair? Well, because there's pink, green, red, purple, orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my favorite is mine. My favorite's the green one.
She's cute.
Yeah. Well, I'm weird, so.
My favorite is Freya.
Kaname is buffed by Yasuno.
Yasuno, yeah, that's huge.
I don't know who that is.
Her singing voice is fantastic. And Yasuno, I believe, has a fairly thick CV.
What's this a quad color set?
Does as well.
What's the tricolor set?
Juna's OP.
Isn't there only 2 colors in this set?
I
thought it was only red and yellow.
It's
yeah.
red yellow. Yeah.
Oh, red yellow. Okay. There's
That's
no
why
green or blue.
Oh, yo, it's Kato. You have to like her.
Oh shit! I'm a fake fan.
Actually, didn't know who Meredith's VA was. Actually,
oh no!
Fan,
I don't tie talent to character.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Look, yo, I'm telling you right now, the only reason Dan knows who Takatatsu Ayane is because of Nino. So, yeah, dude. Freya's Minori Suzuki.
Yeah, and she
Wait,
was one of the ones
is this one of those shows where the singer is different from the actual VA?
Yes, the singers are different. Like Mikumo is Juna is the singing voice, and but her VA is like a Amiko Shimizu or something.
Yes, it's Hollow from Spice and Wolf.
Yeah, I know she's the psychopath princess in Overlord.
Oh, sick.
That one I know because I watched Overlord. I was like, wait a minute, that's exactly Megami. Yeah. That's Kato. I was like, what the fuck, that's Kato.
Yeah, see? And then,
but I haven't watched Macross Delta. I only listened to Macross Delta, so it didn't occur to me.
You should just watch Macross Delta. It's good.
Yeah, but I listened to Walkie, right? But that's why I was so confused, because it doesn't sound like Kato when she sings.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, Reina's not Toyama now when she sings, right?
Yeah.
I think she is.
Is Toyama actually singing? Because that's based. I don't listen to any of the Reina and Machina songs together.
Machina is a bit. They tend to auto-tune Machina a bit just for her vibe, but her singing voice is it's good.
No, those are just like not the songs from Macross that I particularly love.
I just run the whole album in my car.
Understood.
Yeah, let's see.
Pretty sure the last stream we said we'll do rear set guy, but we never did.
We did, and then you were sick.
I'm still sort of sick.
And it was my brother's birthday.
Right.
I only have coughs.
I only have the coughs. We didn't have anybody that actually wanted to do.
Yeah, Nozomi and Now are Reina and Makina's speaking and singing voices.
I'll be surprised if there's anyone who wants to do rear set guy because the game's literally not available in Canada.
I only wanted to do it because I thought the cards were cool.
It's some cool cards, but it ended up being pretty loud with the set.
It was one of those beginning cards were a lot cooler than the later cards.
It needed more zeros that are good. Like you just slam in 4 of the 4 best zeros and call it a day, and one of them's not. Yeah,
I think every Isekai deck I see is just like 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, go.
4 Brainstorm, 4 Rickies, 4 Ricos, 4 the Bonder. That's a 3/5, which is not really crazy good.
Pick your color that you need based on your top end, and then
that's like 2016 deck build, and let's go.
It's an EV, so yeah.
Yeah.
Sup, Tim? It's Annabelle.
When was the last EV
we got Annabelle. Sick.
Dao?
The Yasuno cards are good, buddy.
Was Dao the last EB?
Extra booster? Yeah. Data bullet.
Damn, really?
Was Data bullet extra booster? Yeah, it's the extra booster.
Yeah, Data bullet was an extra booster, 100%.
Yeah, they barely do any extra boosters because.
Yeah,
I'm surprised because premium boosters are nowadays. So I'm surprised they even did an extra booster. I felt like premium boosters basically took over.
I think they couldn't make a premium booster for that. I think
they just couldn't get enough foils. Well, I mean, you can look at this. They barely even added much foils to these cards. The foils are basically just outlines.
Well, no. I mean, they definitely could have, right? Because they would have just went. Why extra booster premium more? That is that's what we're asking. We don't know, but it's like I would have thought maybe it's because it's easier to sell it, but. It might be. It might just be because it's easier to sell it. I have no idea. Like, nobody would buy Series of Guy if it was an EB. Oh, it was a premium booster? Yeah, like, if it was
well, what's the difference?
Buy it because you get more cards in a pack, right?
Oh,
you're
I guess
getting more out of
I guess you get more out of. Okay.
Whereas premium boosters, like, I feel like premium boosters kind of just prey on the people that
want chasing
that
foils.
Want the thing.
Because you're guaranteed a foil. You're also guaranteed a foil every pack.
So hard.
Sniped. Oh, you gotta pander to people and use premium boosters.
So yeah, I guess if anyone who's opening this and opens the Now Toyama sign, I will trade with you. So
yeah, since they have different singers and different VAs, are they
now
Mikumo?
So wait, do they have both the singer? Do they have both the singer and the VA on their signs, or only one of them? Oh, it's character signs, not even
it's all character signs.
Not even a VA sign. Unlucky.
Yeah, they're both character signs. Unfortunately.
And where do we come up together? The singer sign and a VA sign.
But the Freya one's cute. It's an apple.
The Rada one's a ghost. So nice.
Yeah, they're cute. They're cute signatures, at least. I feel like a lot of the time the character signatures all kind of suck, but these were all kind of cute. I like them a lot. I didn't like Mikumo's, actually. Mikumo's was kind of boring. But the rest of them were good.
Next one down the line will be Ado. Wait, for what?
What?
Next Macross will have Ado.
God, I'd fucking...
That'd be kind of fucking litty.
If that's real, Ken, don't get my hopes up, please. I'll die.
I haven't seen an announcer for it yet.
I'll die.
Okay. Do you want to get rolling?
All right, let's get started. You have a timeline.
We're gonna zoom in.
Short schedule. All right, let's zoom.
How many cards? 50?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well,
all right, let's start the show. Hey guys, Kevin here from the Strictly Broken TCG team, and we are here for the Best Ever Set Review Show, episode 61, Macross Delta. I don't know much about it, but it's a very long-running series, and they have really good songs. Check out the songs, at least if you don't want to watch the whole anime. But these guys up here just love the anime, so they'll probably tell you to watch the anime as well.
Yeah, watch the movies, watch the anime, buy the live DVDs. Valkyr is fantastic. I love them. Delta Flight is really fun. Yeah, and just the two movies are incredible. I can't say enough good stuff about them. even though Macro Frontier is definitely near and dear to the heart, Valkyr's just too fun.
Valkyr's a very powerful group.
Valkyr's
Although Frontier has some good songs too. Was it Lion?
The Lion was
it has Lion. It has Diamond Crevasse.
Ah, yeah, those two. I recognize the two. Those are two really good songs.
Those are the two
Everyone knows. With that being
Triangular
said,
too, yeah.
up above at the very top we have our special guest, Mr. Igor Skotslov, writer for Wild Weiss.
Woo.
He is a local of mine, a good friend of mine, and he's a big fan of Macross. If you checked out on our YouTube channel, we have the 2012 Legacy Tournament we did like 3 years ago now. He is representing Macross Frontier in that tournament, and he'll be representing Macross Delta from now on.
Yeah,
as a Weiss Schwarz.
I will find a way to sneak Cheryl cards in.
With me as always, we have another Macross friend above, Mr. Jason Malik, usual co-host here. And with that being said, let's talk about our scoring system. We rate stuff from 1 to 5. 1 stars being cards not worth buying. 2 stars are going to be niche cards that you might want to pick up. 3 stars are going to be your tester cards that could be really good or really bad. We're not sure yet. Pick them up, try them out. 4 stars are going to be your good staples. They're going to be your Brainstorms, your Rickies. They're not that crazy, but they're always good to have in your deck. And 5 stars are going to be the shining cards. These are going to be the cards that you want to pick up to build a deck around or buy the set for. That being said, are you guys ready? This is a premium booster. We haven't done a premium booster since JoJo, and that was a double premium booster. So this will be probably our shortest show yet, because it's only like less than 60 cards, I think.
Probably on.
Yeah.
This is about
50 once you knock out the climaxes.
Well, because there's like some of the climaxes have like 3 or 4 different arts. So.
Yeah, so it'll be about half the time as usual.
And we're gonna be trying to get through this in like an hour and a half. So
only 2 colors today, yellow and red. And they have. Before we go over this, I will let you know that every single card has the link mechanic. If you don't know what the link mechanic is, they did before in Grisai and D4DJ. Basically, it's basically like a trait for CXs, and there'll be cards that'll reference link. Or I think like 1 card only.
They name the cards all specifically say if they have the
link
name.
Super Dimension Venus.
Thank you.
Valkyr.
All right, starting off here. Wait, who's reading? Me or you?
You.
Jason. Okay, starting off here, we got 0-0 Freya. At start your climax phase, you can look at the top card of your deck, and it's also the top tap self Brainstorm for a check 3 effect. So every time you hit a CX, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and choose 1 card to add to hand.
So we've seen this effect in Salt Lily, I believe it was. It was pretty okay there. Scrying is always just strong, and then tap 3 or check 3 Brainstorm. They're just cards people like or don't like. Right.
Yeah, it's one of those funny things where it's like scrying is nice, but I think Macross Delta would have liked the scry before climax phase. But ain't much you can do there. I think you test this out. It's a 3.
Nice. 3 stars. Not everyone's cup of tea for mandatory brainstorms, but there are decks that abuses it.
Freya, so.
Alright, next we have 0-0 Machina. When it's placed on stage from hand, you may discard 1 card. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck, then choose a 1 level extra lower character from your wayroom out of hand, X is equal to the level of the card revealed. Also known as the Rico effect, which we love here.
We love Rico, and there's a lot of zeros in this set that are good, so Rico's good.
Yeah, going straight to Machina being the mechanic, she likes to tinker. This sort of support fits naturally for Machina. I like this on a flavor profile. I like this as a card. It's a 4 out of 5. You give it a shot. It's just good utility.
This art line's cute.
Better than Rear Sekai, which has no good zeros to tutor for.
So true.
Alright, next we have 0-0 Hayate. Bon, you can on play discard 1 card to salvage the 0-0 Freya Brainstorm we saw earlier, and can also resonate the Brainstorm at the start of your opponent's attack phase by revealing the Brainstorm from your hand, and if you do, this becomes a free runner.
Yep, so it's a +0 and it bonds to your Brainstorm. That's always pretty nice to have if you want this to be your +0, as long as you're playing the Brainstorm, might as well.
Yeah, but also it's just kind of awkward because the Resonate ability just doesn't give you much through it. Just seems kind of stapled in there, and you have so many other good zeros that, relatively speaking, it's just not as good. I think this is like, it's a 3. You might want to try it, but I have done this cosplay before. It is very comfy.
I would say I feel like if this was a search bonder, it'd be a lot better.
It will search bonder will be good.
Like if you
yeah.
play it, search your brainstorm, use it as a runner, and then you have brainstorm for the following turn.
I played.
All right.
I played instead of one Cyclono. I played the Icy Tail Resonate Runner, and that thing was not it.
Yeah, like the issue is like this is only really useful in your like your turn 1 when you're just not going to have stuff. Yeah, like it's a filter, not as much as a plus. So it's just a weird card. I'm not a fan.
I did actually know this, Ken. I didn't know Hayate was named that term. I didn't like think about that, but I do know about that name. I'm sure Tim does too, because Tim's a fucking nerd. But
what, Immelman?
Yeah. He has an arrow maneuver named after him.
Oh yeah, it's sick.
Cool.
Kevin.
I don't know anything about anything you guys said.
Don't worry about it. Just read.
Alright, 0-0 Mikumo. During your turn, this gets plus 1k power, so it's 2-5 in your turn. And when it's placed on stage from hand, you can pay 1 and then clock a character, a music or pilot character from your waiting room to the bottom of your clock. And if you do, search your deck for a level 1 or lower, so it's a Ricky.
Yeah, this is a selective clock, Ricky. Selective clock actually pretty relevant for this set, I would think. It's depending on especially on the deck you want to play, because mixed colors is real. So
yeah, and during your turn, 2-5. It doesn't really matter that much.
it can test something.
It can test something, but yeah, it's just selective Ricky's always good. At the very least, you test this, it probably fits into most decks. 3.5.
Yeah, 2-5 is better than Oshinoko when you can't even answer a 2k Shiri.
Yeah, but Ochinoko's not good, so...
Hey,
I did not know that
back.
one. You got me there. Ken.
French pilot who Mikumo was named after had like 55 aerial battle wins.
That's actually pretty.
That's so sick.
Damn. Planes. Who knew? Alright, 0-0 Mikumo. This cannot side attack, and if all your characters are music or pilot, this gets plus 2k power. So it'll be a 3-5 cross turn. And at the start of your opponent's attack phase, if all your characters are music or pilot, you can mill 1 if it's a level 2 or lower character, or lower. This gains the following effect, where if this is front attack, you can bounce it back to hand.
This card's actually kind of broken.
I like it. There's a bit of discord between the two abilities, because that no side attack is a little annoying. Because one of the nice things you can do with this profile in the later game, and I do this in Dragon Maid all the time, is I don't want to lose field, but I still want to stalk, and I don't 100% need the damage. I'll play this outside and then take the mill to push me down into the next deck a little faster. And this just doesn't have that cheeky play to it, but this profile it's a great profile nonetheless. It's a 4. You give it a shot.
I also just think this card being the problem with the Dragon Maid ones is when you miss, you still just die, right? You're just a mill runner, effectively. But now you're a 35 as well, so now they have to actually be able to contest it. And then sometimes if you mill and you miss, you just don't care. And you might still
that's fair.
Right?
This set's not experienced set, right?
No.
Okay,
no.
so you're not cramming a bunch of level 3s.
You're on average playing like 19-20 zeros and like 8 like some high amount of 2s and 1s and then maybe 4 events. So
you aren't likely to miss.
Okay. I don't remember anymore. All these Blue Archive translation.
Experience. Yeah, Blue Archive's experience. This is no.
Every time I translate Blue Archive, it's all experience. That's all I remember. I don't remember what set doesn't have the experience anymore. 0-0 Reina. When a climax is placed in your climax area, you can pay 1 if you check for add a music or pilot character from among them. And then when a climax is placed in climax area, you can bounce the hand. And if you do, choose a character, give it +1 level and plus 1500 power. Was it Shion that had this, or was it Polka? No, it was Shion, right? Or
Polka.
what is that? Polka? Okay.
Polka also Scribe though. This isn't Scribe. But yeah, I mean this card's fine. If standby, there's only one standby in the set though, so have fun.
Yeah, have fun with your 4 standby. The other thing is like that +1 level it's better in the early game than the late game, because you awkwardly open yourself up to anti-change counters in the late game, where that plus 1500 matters a ton too. So it's like, this is a 3. I don't think you're playing standby with Macross Delta.
Agreed.
Only 1 standby, unfortunately.
Maybe 1 standby. If you may also play 1 standby if you play like the Link deck. So
maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 0-0 Freya and Mirage. All your opponent's character gets pay 2 encore. And when it's placed on stage from hand, you can pay 1, discard 1, and search for a music or pilot character.
Nico drop search.
Pretty much. It was good. It was good in Hall Live. It's going to be good here.
Except
Yeah, at least try it. Yeah, 3.5.
3 it is.
And there's our love triangle right there. Mirage and Freya.
is it love triangle?
Yeah.
Is it with the cat?
They
I
both-
would fight for the cat.
They both like the boy.
No, they
like
both.
the boy?
I would fight for the cat though.
Yeah, the cat's cute.
Oh, my man's fucking cut.
Let's go.
1-0
not-
Kaname. During your turn, if you have another music character or music or pilot character, this gets plus 3k power, so it's 6k in your turn. And Climbs combo, when it attacks, if you have the choice CX in your Climbs area, choose one cost 0 lower character in your waiting room, place on stage on an empty front row slot. And this turn, you cannot attack 4 more times.
Yeah. This is a power creep raw straight up of a card from Key. I think it might have been another set too, but I remember the one from Key the most, where it was spawns on play of the climax. This being on attack means you can summon itself and then summon another. Which
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this card's going to be looking to be a key part of the Super Dimension Venus deck, where you're playing like a bunch of different climaxes, which happen to all be named after Wildcure performances here. This climax is after Axia, which is a fan favorite, especially for Ariasuno and Kaname fans, which we do have representation in the chat. Rise up, please. It's a strong 4. Creeping into 5 if the other shenanigans that go with this card go the right way. This is a card you want to make sure you have 4 of. The other nice thing is it's a 1-0 with a soul trigger. It's 6k on attack, plus 1,000 with your...
She was a 1-0 on a soul trigger.
Yeah, like, this is goated.
Okay, Jason.
What? There was
It's
no
not
reason,
good.
bro. There was no reason for fucking Kana to not have a soul trigger.
Because she fucking does so much already. She's a double hand filter. Come on.
And she fucking blows because she doesn't have one. Yeah, dude. Kana was OP. But yeah, that card's so sick. Probably like one of the reasons you'd want to even look at Macross.
Yeah, if only you didn't have you cannot attack 4 more times.
No, it
That'll
has
be
to,
broken.
It has to.
Imagine.
Because if you
Oh, you
don't,
can just
right,
loop this. Oh, yeah, you can. You just loop itself.
If you could.
Kaname,
right?
summon Kaname over Kaname.
No. It still says open spot, so you can't do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
But,
okay.
but what you can do is, because I'm going to spoil out that there's 2 zeros in this set that combo with this card. You can go like off a single combo or off double combo. You can get 4 attacks, a time machine card, and 2 salvages,
Oh,
which is like insane. If you could attack 4 times, so they can't do that.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that's why
okay.
they deliberately lock off
So-
attack 4 or more times, because it would be trivial to go and we're bringing
Actually
Messer,
going like +3.
then bring in one of the 2-0 Mikomo we're going to show. The Messer in this set is cool too. I love him.
Flavor. Woo, right.
So
Card
flavor.
all right.
You
Next
actually get to play Axia.
card, 1-0 Reina. During your turn, if you have 2 more other music or pilot characters, this gets plus 2k power, so it's 6k on your turn. And when it attacks, if it attacks level 2, it gains 6k, so it's 12k against level 2s.
Identity level 2.
Anti-level 2, it's a tech card, which makes sense for Silent Hacker. Really depends on the scene that you're playing in, whether this is a good card or not. It's a solid 3. You test it in metagames where a lot of standbys running around. But you know what? I think Macross Delta has better to deal with that as well.
At least you can spawn it off
Your
Kaname.
2-0, your 2-0s get kind of fucking fat on turn. I'm gonna be honest.
Yo, yeah.
Oh, booba. Alright, 1-0 Machina. If you don't have another music or pilot character, this does not stand during your stand phase, and when it's placed on stage hand, this turn gets plus X power. S is equal to the number of your music or pilot characters times 500. So you play this on a full board. She gains 2 5. She'll be 8k. Or, yeah, 8k.
AK 9 with the climax. It's an assassin. It's a new age assassin, I guess.
It's 8, I guess.
It's the merit is fake. So that's cool.
That's true. I don't know. I think we have so much other stuff that you just don't need to play this. 2 out of 5.
Yo, Guilty Karen would have played this.
Macross Frontier would have played this.
Guilty Crown would have played this. I agree.
1/1 Aerial Knights. If you use this card as backup, if all your characters are musical pilots, you can blind stock one. It's a 2k backup.
It's a blind stock counter.
It's effectively free.
Effectively free,
This
but it's a
is-
soul trigger.
This is just
This always has a soul trigger. Though,
Yeah.
Yep. This is good.
So that's why it's better
Like
than
it.
a 1-0. It's quote unquote better than 1-0.
I'd rather it be a leaf of punch, but whatever.
You still get a card off the top of the deck, which is
Yeah.
nice.
It's blind though. I don't like.
It's-
I hate that it's blind.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, what would you give this?
I think it's a 3 out of 5. It's a pretty solid backup. It's free. 2k backup at level 1. You'd play it in Macross Frontier.
Well, I think the problem is like you don't have. Okay, well, maybe to that, but I was gonna say you don't have defendable cards at 1 in this set, which I think is.
That's
like,
true.
a
Like, there's no
demerit to this
point.
Card. Unless you really
On-
need to defend level 2s, which even then, I don't think you have those either.
Little spoilers for a card
This
coming up in the
is
future.
so sick.
Alright, got 1/1
We
Hayate.
didn't talk about the combo till the end.
Alright.
Okay, well.
Keep in mind this for later. That this card exists. 1/1 Hayate is a level 6 to music or pilot characters, and at the start of climax phase, if you 2 more music or pilot characters, you can pay 1 and discard 2 cards. If you do this turn, this gains the following effect. If you do not have another copy of this, you can, and when you perform the effect of the 3/2 Hayate and Freya climax combo, which is pictured down below, you can perform one of the effects that is not chosen. And Hayate Freya has 3 effects you can
We
choose
just want to talk about
first
both of them
combo.
together since it's like
Sure.
it's so far away, and it's gonna get the same rating together, right? Because you're not playing one without the other.
And when you trigger a climax as choice trigger, you can pay 1 if you do draw 1. And in a 3/2 Hayate Freya, it has no on-play effect, but it has the effect climax combo when it attacks. If your choice trigger in your climax area, choose one of the following 3 effects and resolve it. You can either draw up to 1 and heal 1. You can either have your opponent choose
Two
cards. Your opponent chooses 2 climaxes from the waiting room and shuffle all of the cards from the waiting room into the deck. And this turn gets 5k, so it becomes a 15k 2-card Fumio. And then you can deal 2 damage. And then the Hayate mixes, you can do 2 of the 3 effects.
And yeah, so the Hayate is 1 trigger for all Freyas, so it's total 8 stock to triple combo with this.
Well,
And, yeah, you-
it's 7 stock if you already have Hayate
Okay,
on
but
board.
I'm assuming you're playing the card. I don't like assuming you have a costed dude on the board that does literally like so little
Yes.
until.
What do you mean it makes your choice trigger a book trigger?
Yeah, bro. Okay, sure. Anyhow, makes it. Anyhow, they're really good. All 3 of those effects are good. That's what's important. But you have no on-play effect, so that is your trade-off for why they're all like free.
Yeah. The hard thing is having 6 cards you can just throw out of your hand at start of climax is going to be a little difficult. If you want to get seven, yeah, if you want to get triple Freya with multiple abilities. This is where Link comes in beautifully, because you can then you can ease it down to needing 5 by playing Mikumo, like say a Mikumo or a Freya on her own on the side. I love, like, at this pair, like, this is the premier combo of the deck. Double Fumio 2, so excluding 2 climaxes, which is, for people who aren't Weiss players, this is how you defend yourself from damage, is hitting a climax off the top of your deck when you're taking damage. Is the premier way of defending yourself. Excluding 2 of those on the refresh is just downright nasty.
And they don't do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore for a good reason. So you get that, you get burns, and you get heals. This can be incredibly offensive really fast. And I think this is a 5. And I think this is probably more explosive than a lot of what's not banned in the metagame right now.
All right.
So like, this positions Macross Delta very well.
We got ourselves a first 5-star. It's actually probably the best finisher I've premium booster seen so far, right? Shauna finishers were meh.
Yeah. Well, the Shauna finisher was in Bunko.
King of Fighter
Yeah.
was. Oh, King of Fighter was the
Fighter's
Gochu
fine.
the one. Yeah, that was
Don't
the
they
Gochu,
just play
Gochu
Ash
stuff
still?
finisher. No,
No,
they did not.
play
No.
Advances, like,
You play 8 hands and you play like slightly better Gochusa.
Okay.
With the Klua or whatever.
And then
Yeah,
Jojo, the finisher.
The Kaiser. Oh, that's an EB. Smile. No, Jojo's finisher was good though. Like the Jolene's good. The card sees a lot of play.
Jolene was okay.
It's just not unique. It's very boring. This is actually like really unique. Like decks like don't have a card like this. So, another neat card.
Pretty good. All right, continuing on. We next have 2-0 Mikumo. If you have 5 or less cards in your deck, or 2 or less climaxes in your wing room, this gets -1 level hand, so you can technically summon this out at 1-0. During your turn, it gets 6k, so it's 8-5 on your turn. And at the start of your on-course step, if this is in your front row and you have another music or pilot character, and a slot from this is either empty or has a reverse character, you can sack the choice CX, and if you do, choose up to 2 music or pilot characters in your wing room, add them to the hand. Pretty strong effect.
Yeah, it's 2-0 climax combo. I think this is our first 2-0 climax combo, I think. Also technically an EP, so it can come down naturally at 1, or the economy we saw can cheat it in. And it, salvaging 1 copy only, it salvages 2 cards. But
The other thing to note is that the condition has incredible synergy with Arena we're going to look at, which basically guarantees you will have 5 or fewer cards in the deck at any point you wish. So there's some incredible synergy in the Link deck. So like, if you get to level 1 before your opponent, you are guaranteed to get these 2 cards back into hand. You pull them back, and then you get quite possibly the nicest refresh you've ever had.
One of the things that's interesting.
Bro,
Isn't
you're guaranteed to get this.
Isn't this combo like something similar that 7 Deadly Sins used to play?
They still play the Meliodas 2-1. If they play the Escanor, you still play that card.
Yeah.
Or the Escanor, the 2-1 Meliodas, that's like a sack salvage 2. I think that one doesn't have to be reversed or empty. That one's just at encore phase.
But that one had to be full board, so you still
end
get...
attack, end of attack. Yeah, full board, end of attack. Do it. So, this one, granted, I'm pretty sure, like I said, this card's a 9/5, so like at level 1, you probably like always get this unless it's dandy change.
Yeah, pretty much. And then like, there's so few
Sometimes they
sets
can't
that
change,
have
though,
it. Yeah.
'cause, Kaname spawns it at the end, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, like that's the funny thing is you can use your Messer Time Machine to punch a hole in the lane and then just throw the Mikomo into the empty slot.
Which we haven't seen the time machine yet, so...
Yeah. So this card's sick. I remember... I'm gonna shout out Boat... Sorry, I'm gonna call out Boats Don't Sink here. He said this card was bad. He's wrong. This card's lit.
I mean, I think this card is... It is bad, unless you're playing Link.
Like, but Link being feasible makes this lit.
Yeah.
So
Link,
like, it's 3 out of
3
5. You test it in a Link deck. But this thing's cool.
I'm pretty sure the Link card is gonna be the very last card we're gonna review. And so you want to give a if you're gonna explain sort of why does this matter with Kaname? Because people will be like Kaname and Mikumu has different CXs. One's Axia, one's Ignite Borderline.
The Reign of Brainstorm will make it more clear, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
But then the event makes it so that the CXs share names, right?
All have the same name.
Yeah. So there's a red 1/1 event that is the condition for Link. Every Link deck has had some sort of gimmick card that needs to be somewhere to make the cards with Link count as all their climax names. I think in D4 DJ, some cards just referenced a climax with that Link trait for their things without triggering it. But they also had cards that said, oh, if this is in memory or whatever, all your Link climaxes have the same name. They have one of those in this deck. It's a really bad card by itself, but it's one of those things you accept you're doing because for the sake of it. But it's still better than the Grisaya one. Like, honestly, it's probably... Grisaya ones were so...
Grisaya, if I can get to run 2 vanilla shitters.
One was a 2-0, yeah, a fucking 0-0 on death, do nothing, and one was like a draw one.
Yeah. On death, draw one, on reverse.
Pay 1, draw 1, go to memory. Yeah, on reverse, pay 1, draw 1, go to memory. It was fucking awful. At least this one is like proactive. Spoiler alert. It's a proactive event, so that's cool. There's something. But yeah. This card's cool, though.
Alright, what did you get the combo, though? Out of 5.
He's a 3.
Oh, 3? Okay. I missed it. MB. Alright, next combo. Next card. Oh, speaking of the 2-0 Messer.
It's Messer.
Here we go. 2-0 Messer. You cannot play events or backups from hand. Experience, if you have a copy of this in your level area, this gets -1 level in hand. and apparently you won't. And continuous, if you never 1-0 Kaname climbs combo, this gains the following 2 ability. During your turn, it just gets 3k power, so it's 9k in turn. And when this card's battle points reversed, you may send this to memory. If you do, and start your next draw phase, choose 1 copy of this from your memory, and place on stage any slot. So this makes your Kaname combo a 1 card plus 3.
Yes, sir. This card is pretty strong by itself. It's a 9k 2/0. And it's meant to go with the Kaname. This card is literally printed for this card.
Oh yeah, like you don't play it on its own.
You can though, somehow if you choose to play like more than the average of I think 2 people are playing, maybe. But 2 of you probably never EP it by its own effect.
And then when you're playing it with Kaname, its drawback of no events or backups is a non-condition because it's not there.
It goes away
until Kaname is on the field, so you're not playing events during your attack phase, and then it's gone. The only thing that's a little annoying is this just means that, well, you kind of have to have all of your Link events played before this can come out. Is basically what you got.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. Technically, this is your fallback when you don't have Link, assuming you have your climax.
That's true.
Right? Like, at the worst, if you cannot do the Link shenanigans we're going to talk about with the Reina Brainstorm, you can always, if this is in your grave, this card can always be summoned by Kaname. It can go to memory, and a second Kaname can summon, like, a Fuka or something. Just to give you a slot filled with deck speed or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, we'll just get this one.
I like him, but he is pretty. I think you always play it with Kaname, so he is a bit subordinate. So like a 3.5.
Yeah, you like can't play this card without Kaname.
Yeah,
but still not as good as Kaname.
No.
Alright, 2-1 Mirage is a 2k assist to level 3s, and it has the effect where you can act, look at the top card of your opponent's deck, put it on top bottom, and look at the top card of your deck, put it top or waiting room.
If you don't play the Hayate Freya, you'd probably play this as your assistive choice.
Pretty much. I like it. It's a nice top fix. But yeah, there's no point if you're playing Hayate Freya. Yeah, probably 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
It's a pretty strong card, but just given the way the rest of your deck is structured, it gets edged out.
Alright, 2-1 Mirage again. When you use this card's backup, you can pay 1, sack 1 of your characters. If you do, choose one of your opponent's character, gets -1 soul, and it's a 2/5 backup.
It's a Neg Soul counter. We've seen it before. They're like, okay, sometimes. It's like you need to dodge reverses.
Yeah.
I think we have better. 2.5 out of 5.
They're always nice because they technically, it's like giving a soul to one of your opponent's other characters potentially as well, which can mean that they're overswinging in another lane. They underswing in one lane, overswing in another. So it's cute.
If you're 3/5 and your opponent's swinging 2/2/2, you can at least make one with the 3 and 1 the
yeah,
wall.
you make one underswing and one overswing, and you're like, all right, go get them.
All right, next we have 2-1 Max, the pilot. When it's placed on stage from hand, if you have another music or pilot character, you can pay 1, discard 1 if you do, perform an effect twice. Choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters if you do. Your opponent chooses 1 level extra or lower characters from the wing room, swap them, and X is equal to the level of the character chosen by you -1. Do note this card has no trigger and no soul. If you do notice, it's kind of reminiscent of IMA back in the days, but worse.
This card's like unplayable.
Yeah, like you need soul at the very least. It is interesting to note that Captain Max Genus has been in the most Macross series.
When he was also in Frontier?
No, he was in the original. He is on Hikaru's Flight Wing. He was in Macross 7 as the captain of Battle 7. And he was in Macross Delta as Mirage's grandfather, and eventually the captain for a bit of the Macross Elysium, the Macross Force fighting in Zettai Live.
Okay, so he wasn't always an old man.
No, he started out as a genius young recruit, hence the name Genius Max. But yeah, unplayable.
Everyone know that. Yeah,
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
He's unfortunately not a genius in this. So.
Alright, and a 3-2 Hayate. We went over this. It's a 5. One more air tweet for the boys.
One of the best reasons to play the set.
Isn't
The
the
art is
climax
beautiful.
so pretty too?
Are these
Okay,
all
well-
in the same timeline?
What a wonderful question. Macross hates timelines.
Yeah.
Kawamori has even said that think about this like movies, where this is like going to see a movie in the Macross universe. So that's why you have like, and this is most explicit in the Frontier movies, where the Frontier TV show and the Frontier movie have very different endings.
I mean, the setup for Delta and then like the actual story, the anime and the movie have different setups completely for a lot of
Exactly. Yeah. As someone in our chat says, we don't ask the questions.
Don't worry, I don't
You
understand.
just
watch
let
good
it- you
anime.
It. You just nod your head and say, "Oh,
I just listen to Walkure. That's good enough for me.
Honestly, fair.
All right.
Yeah, this is a 5. Good card. There's still another
Beautiful
weird
art.
card out, though.
I love the character art.
Yeah,
to the-
Oh,
right.
so
Oh
nice.
my! When I saw it, I was really mad I didn't get the foil place. Even though the foil, I have a feeling it's gonna look like dog shit if it looked anything like the Marvel ones. I hated the Marvel Premium Booster ones because they were really dark, but the base art just looks so good.
Yeah, we hope and we pray.
Yeah,
moving on.
Agreed.
All right. Next we have 3-2 Freya, not Freya Tenhaite. She's also combos off Ikanai Warline, which is the 2-0 combo from the T0 Mikumo. So when it's placed on stage from hand, you can heal one, and then when it attacks, if you have the choice CX in your climax area, you can pay one, discard one. If you do, look at top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, choose up 3 cards from among them, put them on top of your opponent's deck in any order, and send the rest to wave room. And this turn gets plus 1 key power, so it's a Mocha 3.
Yep, it is. It's Anya.
It's Anya, yeah. Udo wa Genki is Freya's catchphrase. I don't know, Mo. I'm not even never been a big fan of Mocha. I get what it's going for, but it just seems kind of trite in 2024. You play it, maybe. Yeah, 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like this is the top end you're probably playing as like your main thing if you don't want to play Hayate Freya, especially in Link, because again, this combo's on the same climax as Mikumo, so it's a little convenient in that regard. But
Yeah. The problem with Mocha has always been like the moment they cancel once, you can't even kill from 3-0.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just doesn't have the push.
without like sacking a trigger somewhere.
Sorry, you mean the classic Mocha, throw 3 cards,
Okay.
leave 3 cards on top of the deck, hit a trigger.
4 cancel.
It's the 4th card, yeah.
They always cancel on 3. That's my
It's
motto.
always the it's always the +1.
All right, 3-2 Koname. If the sum of the level in your level zone is 4 or more, so experience 4, all your other pilot and copies of this gains hand on core. So this does not affect the music characters, which is basically almost every character that we saw so far, except for Hayate and Mirage.
Yeah.
And when it's placed on stage from hand, you can discard 1 card. If you do, put the top card of your clock into stock.
So this is
So,
almost
stock killer.
This is almost a direct reprint of the 3-2 clan from Macross Frontier over 10 years ago. The only difference is instead of healing to waiting room, it's healing to stock. You don't play this. I think I like the clan a little better.
Who made this? Somebody that thought this was funny to make. That was
Someone thought it was funny. 2 out of 5.
There's another card that's also just a ripoff.
A reprint, yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah, reprint. That's the nice word to put it.
All right, and next we have the 2-0 event. Do you know what the name is?
The worst thing is I know the
Ichikano.
lyric because this is the opening lyric to Walkure Won't Give Up, and this is the movie poster for the first movie.
Okay. All right, 2-0 event. If you don't have music or pilot characters, this cannot be played from hand. And then you can choose 1 of 2 following effects and resolve it. You can either search your deck for up to 1 music or pilot character at the hand, or you can choose a character. This turn gets 3k power, and then you can send it to stock. So this is often known as like the Shauna event that people are playing, Shauna and Dengeki.
Yeah, the melon bread event.
Yeah, it's a good event. I just don't know where we fit it. I think you try it out if you're not playing Link. Probably a 3.5.
People like it because you can either convert
I
to
like
stock
it a lot.
or convert to any character.
It just effectively is any 2-0 event that's just any character in your deck. It's really strong in practice, I think, from playing a lot of Bunko and stuff.
Well, you're giving yourself a wild card at 2.
Don't knock the go send stock effect. I've seen so many times where my friend plays Oshi code the H-Ways deck and who is able to eventually do triple combo just thanks to the event. Just going to stock.
Yeah, like I like it. It's just I'm not sure where the space is.
All right, and that's it for yellow. We'll go straight into red. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
That name is until the day our voices bring out.
All right, time for me to pop another cough candy though, because I start feeling the cough coming.
Just so you know now, Tim.
You'll just right. I remember it's like I didn't missing just the one kanji there.
Yeah, I didn't know what the one kanji was. I had to go look it up. Damn, that's a good. I
love that. That song's so good too.
All right. Holy. Next we have Zerozo Reina. You know she looks like that girl from Shoku. All right,
she's better.
Act. You can pay 1, rest this. If your deck has 4 more cards, mill your deck until you have 5 cards left. If your waiting room has 4 more climaxes with different names, this turn this gains a following ability at the start of your Encore step, free fresh. And if your waiting room has 3 or less climaxes with different names, you have to send this to clock. And then it also has a tap self salvage brainstorm.
So
for music
Grisaya had this effect when it first introduced Link. And it was unplayable. Yes, they did. It was not on a brainstorm though. It was on like its own independent card that just did this.
No one played it.
Effect.
I remember
nobody played it because Link was also just bad.
Like their Link did nothing.
Yeah, the payoffs were a lot worse. So you didn't play it. Just being on a brainstorm is kind of OP, and then Tim can tell you what the whole combo, the Link thing that they kept talking about.
Yeah. So basically, what you're doing with the Link is you are building your own little Walkure concert. So all of the climaxes that feature a Walkure, there is one that does not, have Super Dimension Venus. So the idea here is most decks will usually play something like 4 of one climax, 4 of the other, and that's your 8 total climaxes that are allowed to be in a legal deck. So what we do in this deck is we play like 2 of 2 climaxes so that we have a better chance of getting it, and 4 one-ofs.
Yep.
And what Reina does is she flips you just take 5 cards off the top of your deck, flips your deck upside down. And you count the climaxes with different names on them. And once you pass 4, you're like, cool, I get to refresh and I don't have to take the soul penalty. What Link now does is like, oh, all of your climaxes in the waiting room have the same name as an active climax on the field. So that means in your little Walkure concert that you have during your attack phase, if your characters have climax combos that rely on a different song, they're all treated as the same. So you can have Kaname doing stuff with Exia, Master doing stuff with Axia, and then the Mikomo comes in, she works on Ikanai Borderline, but because Axia has Super Dimension Venus as its Link trait, and Ikanai Borderline also has it, Axia on the field counts as Ikanai Borderline and vice versa. So this is where the thing works. We guarantee the Link works because we've just basically taken probably about 15 to 20 cards and just threw them into our discard pile.
Maybe even more if it's first deck.
Maybe even more if it's first deck. We're probably going to burn a bunch of stock before we do this.
So the chance to get stock is low.
To get things out of stock, and then boom, you run.
Oh, and then also because Mikumo sacks the climax, it means if you end up having to hard play one of your one-of climaxes, and that's like a condition, Mikumo can trigger the condition for you since she's putting the climax back for you at Encore phase.
My only problem with this though is it looks like you're using a lot of stock. You're getting.
You have to go into your level 1 turn with minimum 3 stock.
That's not terrible.
But it basically means you have to try field.
If you go second, it's very reasonable. If you go first, you basically have to take a second turn at 1. Or a second turn at 0, or you're waiting a turn at 1. Not always the worst thing, because I think Kaname, independently enough, is a card, and you're still probably playing a generic climax swapper in your deck, and you can probably still do something. But yes, you are ideally trying to resolve this your first turn at 1. Do your setup, free fresh, so your cards are there again on the next turn to do whatever you want.
Yeah, and I like Reina I like this idea. I think you play with it, and it gets the Tim Homeboy push. We push this up to a 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's
because
cool.
now Toyama is cute.
I have to see someone play
one of
this.
those things you have to probably see it. I think it's a hard thing to picture. It's also not. I don't think it's gonna be the most. You have to like kind of aggressively mulligan because you have to see 2 events. You have a event bonder, but it's not a search bonder, unfortunately. I wish it was. It's an event Rize or a bonder. We'll talk about it in a minute. That card's really good too, but it's a little hard to get it, which is like one of the reasons this would be bad. It's either really good or it's really bad. I don't think there's an in between.
Yeah, we have to try it.
All right, 4 stars. Interesting card. Very unique. Does not exist anywhere else in Weiss.
Nope.
Though apparently it exists in Kursaya, but not as good.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the brainstorm. That's so sick.
0-0 Kaname. When it's attacked, choose one character. This turn gets plus 1k power. And when it's sent from stage to waiting room, discard 1. If you do, check top 4, add a level 1 or higher card from among them. Often known as the Fuka effect.
She's been good in every set she's been in. 4.
That's not true.
That's not true. But
this set also has 2 good events.
That's
that makes
fair.
it even better.
Okay, she's been good in all the sets I've played her in.
Ironically enough, in her original set, I think she was one of the worst.
Really? I thought GGO had good events.
GGO had like 1 event that it played.
Okay.
And that was only you played it sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, then she's kind of useless there. Anyway, moving on.
You didn't care. Like,
it's always fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's either a 0-1 or 4 of a lot of times.
The slime one might have actually been one of the worst.
0-2 or 4 of.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, slime's probably one of the worst. People only rarely slime plays it just for if they really want the mill.
Yeah.
The cost of mill. Alright, 0-0 Kaname. At the start of your climax phase, choose one of your music or product characters. This turn gets plus 1k power, and you can act, pay 1, rest this to choose a character, and it gains the effect, whereas on reverse, you can salvage character.
On stage Silica, or Brightsky if you're a zoomer.
I hate it.
Is good.
I like just calling it on stage.
Back row. I also call it on stage. I agree. But Zoomers are going to call it Brightsky.
Cringe.
But yeah, this card's good.
It's good. You tested it out. 3 out of 5.
It's like one of those like really solid standard second back row.
You know, there's gonna be
1K pump's pretty good.
You know, it's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be some people.
Is good. This is 4. This is 4.
Oh, 4? Okay. You know, it's gonna be crazy. Some people are gonna come into Weiss, watch your videos, and have no idea about the legacy of UA paying anymore.
I mean, people already, dude. I guarantee you, people already don't know who UA is anymore.
Damn. Washed and irrelevant.
What legacy have? Clean cut?
Huh? What legacy he has?
Do you have left besides clean cut?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. My man was just a Sao God.
He was a Sao God. Clean cut because of him, and he stole off fucking P4.
That's funny. All right, moving on.
This is the card I was talking about.
All right, 0-0 Freya and Mikumo. When it's placed in stage from hand, if you have another musical or pilot character, so it can't be played by himself, you can choose one of the following 2 effects and resolve it. You can either look at the top 3 cards of the deck, choose one event card from among them, add to hand, and send the rest of the room. If you added a card to hand, you have to discard 1. So if you whiff, no big deal. Or you can on play discard 1 and salvage the 1/1 event down below. And you can also auto. When it's placed on stage for hand, you can pay 1, discard 1 music or pilot characters. If you do, check 3, add 1 card from among them. So you can technically have a 6-card dig for your event.
I think this card's fucking broken. This card is actually so close to being. If this card was search event instead of the salvage event, it'd actually be like one of the best event reasons I've ever seen in my life. But I think this card just really strong.
Yeah, and
if only the event was also better.
This is also part of the reason why if you get that second turn going first, you could very easily just pay out that 1 stock, mill first, and in the greatest time of your life where you somehow see 2 events in that mill, you take 1, throw the other in, then just salvage and you're done.
I think your play ideally, right, is you go 3 stock, play 1 event. Because you probably have mulligan, you hit 1 event.
You're right, yeah.
Put 1 in memory. Do the Reina, play the Bonder in the back row, grab the other one,
and then don't
play the other
pay,
one, and then you do your thing.
Oh yeah,
That
Reyna
makes more sense.
the second of like the B effect
Reyna makes the salvage better
better.
That's true. Yeah. Why do you need to search when you've just thrown your deck over?
because then you could do it. You could do it better going first.
That's
Like
fair.
this can be your turn 1 play. You just go slam this searcher event. And you're like, all right, we're going. Because now you can't do that. This card becomes like a card you have to. It's not a 0 you ever want to play on your board as your first thing, unless you have like multiple of it in your hand or something.
Yeah.
And even then,
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like this is really strong.
No, this card is very strong. Like actually, like if this card was in another set, it should also just be insane. Like it's just double.
Yeah.
It's double mill. It has hand
Yeah.
fix. It has selective mill. It has a bond.
Like this is a 5. Like this utility is insane. I can think of like 4 other decks I would play this.
I mean, this is the reason Link works. I think if
Yeah.
you didn't have this card, you could not play Link. Actually,
Another
I agree.
5. Let's go air horn time, boys.
also this art bangs.
3 horns for the 3 mills. And 3
And I love
effects.
this art too. Let's go.
I like it too. Don't worry.
Nikumo's so hot.
What's that on Freya's hand there? Is that a heart?
It's her heart. It's
That's
a little-
her rune.
it's a little thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rune. It goes pika pika.
Okay, continuing on. 0-0 Walkie Ray. When it's placed on stage from hand, you can shuffle 2 cards from your weight room into your deck. 2 characters, I mean. And if you do this, does not suffer a sub penalty when side attacking. And when it's attacked, choose one of your music or pilot character this turn gets plus 1500 power. This is like the fucking Bikini Kurumi profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Perfectly final effect. No.
Yeah, it lets you set up the coveted direct side front for your finish.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
this set doesn't have any card that like gains triggers, right?
No.
No. So it's not. It's a shove back. It's not as powerful.
Yeah, you can't Nino. You can't Nino it.
Yeah, you can't Nino. You can't pad it. You can't. I don't know what our
Well,
next.
I guess if you do play the Don Machi ripoff, the Mikomo top end, it gives burn equals a soul on cancel. So putting back
Yeah,
triggers
you
does
double
work for
soul
that.
triggers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this is a
Okay.
4. I like this profile.
Okay.
I play it a lot in Dragon Maid. I play it in Dal. I like it.
I like this card.
All right. 0-0 Freya. If you're 2 less stock, this gets plus 1500 power. So it's 3/5 cross turn. And at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you may move this to an empty frontmost slot with a character crossing it. So it's a 3/5 chaser.
Yep. 3500
Yeah.
3500 chaser. It's good.
It's good. 4 out of 5.
Sees
It's
played
not
in
great.
Slime for the most common deck.
Yeah, it's not the greatest chaser we've ever seen because that nuts thing from Goblin Slayer exists, but this is still pretty darn good.
Yeah, 3/5 chaser plus Ricky. That's the Slime level 0 lineup for a lot of decks. All right.
This is cute.
0-0 Freya. When it's placed on stage from hand, you can pay 1, discard 1 if you
Freya's
do.
always cute.
Salvage 1 music or pilot characters, and then give a different character plus 1 key power. And then when your other music or pilot character is front attack, you can pay 1, sack this to bounce the character that's being fronted back to hand. Otherwise known as the Shinobu effect.
Yeah, it's a Shinobu and it's a drop salvage. That's a lot of utility.
That's a ton of utility. It's a level 0 that you're going to want to see later in the
And it has
game
no
if you're
power.
playing. Yeah. Like, I don't understand the Weiss math on this. How is this only how did this get 2k power?
Both effects are 500. I mean, it was 3k.
Like, yeah, this thing is good. Like, it's a 4 out of 5. You have full game utility in this thing. The Link deck, you're just not going to be able to afford to JC early, but
But the vanilla deck can, probably.
in a vanilla deck, you totally can. This is a good card.
Also, let me just say real quick because I remembered to look at it. The Freya level 3 combo is actually not the Freya Hayate, the Mocha is actually dog shit because it's also the only one of them with their OG outfits on that doesn't do the walk to your hands.
You're so right.
Okay, I know you're going to talk something relevant about
We're
effect.
going back.
No,
we're going
no,
back
you
into
don't
1 out of
understand.
5. You don't get it.
understand, Kevin.
I don't
But
understand.
Freya's little walk your hand sign is my favorite one.
It's
She
so
just puts
good.
her- she
I
does
don't know.
this.
I like this one, and I like Makina and Reina just crossing the fingers.
Mikumo
Yeah.
does this,
Mhm.
and
We
then
don't-
Makina and Reina put theirs together.
You don't do that one outside.
Yeah, and then Freya does the little 2 fingers together
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
cute.
I thought it was
Anyway.
really cute.
Let's roll.
It
What?
matters to me.
Okay. What did Kaname do?
Kaname just does like the W. She just
Yeah.
does it normally.
Alright, 0-0 Kaname, during your turn, this gets plus 1k power, so it's 3k in your turn.
Passers, you would know.
And when it's sent from stage to waiting room, you can look at top 3 cards of the deck, choose up to 1 climax from among them, add to hand, send the rest to waiting room, and if you added a card, discard 1 card. So it's an on-deaf Kome.
Kome.
Yeah. This
Might
is good.
be really good for Link, potentially.
I think so too. Funnily enough, I think I like. There was a version to this, a similar version to this printed in Kimono Friends, where you got to do 4 instead of 3 on the Tsuchinoko, but it didn't get the extra power. I still think this is a good card. If you need to dig for a climax, yeah, you might not hit it in 3, but then you just got to mill three cards.
Yeah.
3.5 out of 5.
It's one of the things. If you miss, it's like whatever.
Alright, but okay, the Kimono Friend one only hits off of yellow CXs though. That's the difference.
this
That's true. That's
Also,
true.
Kevin, just so you know, the what's her fate? Kaname is like this.
Yeah.
Their hands like that.
And the cross, she crosses
you know.
her arm and then
She
does it.
crosses her 2 hands over and does it.
Okay. Oh, wait, like the other way. Okay.
Yeah, so Freya's is like this without crossing, and then Kaname does like the edgy cross.
So edgy. Alright.
So
good thing.
edgy.
You know what else has a
She's gonna
Kome?
be the cool girl.
You know what else is getting Kome that's getting a new set soon? I don't know,
Alright, let's
Cinderella
move on.
Girls. They're gonna have full power Idolmaster.
Oh,
Was 0-0
they
Reina
have
and
it. They're not
Machina.
getting it. They have it. This card's done.
0-0 Reina and Machina. At the start of your Anchor Step, if you have a standby 16 climax area, you can choose 1 character in your waiting room and add to hand. If you do, discard 1. And when your other music character or pie character is sent from stage to waiting room with this in your back row, you can sack this. If you do, return a character back to stage and its former slot rested. So it is a field encore.
It doesn't do enough, and standby doesn't do enough in this deck. Honestly, I like having cards that you like sack this, bring something else in, but I'm not feeling it here. 2 out of 5.
Well, the problem with this card, right, is that it wants to be on your board to say
But
something.
it's a
but
climax
It wants to be
thing,
in your
yeah.
back row. It plays off a standby, and then
Yeah,
you don't get. And then are you telling me they want you to stand by a fucking Pina? I'm not standbying a Pina.
yeah. Like there's no synergy to these effects.
And also, it doesn't plus. It just out.
Unlucky.
Yeah, like it's not good.
Unlucky. Alright, 0-0 Machina. When it's sent from stage to waiting room, you can pay 1, clock yourself 1. If you do, check 2, add 2 characters from among them. Good old
Kirito,
Aqua
Kirito
Ricky.
Kirito,
Aqua
Kirito,
Ricky.
Kirito,
Aqua Ricky. Aqua
Kirito.
Ricky. Aqua.
This
Aqua.
is just
Aqua.
gas. I like this effect.
I like
Like-
it, but I think in a set with selective True Ricky, it's hard to justify this.
That's true.
Because this has actual counterplay to it.
Right,
It's a
right,
better
right.
turn 1 card, but I don't think Macross is short on turn 1 cards.
No. You have good oversizes. You have good early support. Like this is a good card. Like you try it at the very least 3.5.
You can play it. I don't think there's any.
Yeah.
I have to like try it, and you're done.
No, like
want
you
to play the.
3.5, 4. The only thing that's a little annoying is like it is blind, but meh. We
Alright,
can't all
this-
be Hololive.
This is basically the slime conundrum. Do you play Chaser or Ricky,
Yeah.
or do you play for a better level 0?
Unfortunately, I think you have to play for whatever lets you try field without spending stock the best.
One of Ricky
Yeah,
is like the
that's true.
most consistent, very strong going first board hand, but it's like not that good going second.
No, and I think you need the stock.
Alright, 0-0 Mikumo. It is a pay 1, dish 1 climax swap. Or pay 1, discard climax to salvage climax on play.
This should have been a sack CX swap.
Okay. Cry
Yeah.
more.
Because
Kevin, you don't understand. If this was sack, it'd have been so good.
it would have been a lot better. And what's kind of frustrating is, so, Jason, did you pre-order Shooting Insight? Macross
Yeah.
Shooting Insight, the shmup. You know what comes in Macross Shooting Insight, the
Yeah,
shmup?
the pretty CX
The
swap.
pretty CX swap that is the same thing.
Yeah.
This could have been something else. 1 out of 5.
Huh? Okay.
They literally printed just the vanilla CX swap as like a foil in a.
As a PR for this set, this is a wasted slot.
but it's
Okay, but they don't want to make a PR unique, if you know what I mean. Because
No,
it's a game
I mean, I
exclusive.
guess. Yeah, I guess.
I get it, but...
Makes me
meh.
sad.
They don't want to like exclude all the players from getting access to a CX swap.
Just buy a Switch
they make-
game. It's 5,000 yen. Not that
If
expensive.
you want to import it, it's like $60.
You know what's cheaper
Yeah.
than 5,000 yen? Power World. That's a good
Shut
game.
up. Shut up.
Alright, 1-0 economy. When it's placed on stage from hand.
Konami.
I'm sorry. Dark Konami. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry. She has the wrong traits too. It's not Walk Your Race Darkness.
Yeah.
When it's placed on stage from hand, if you have other music or pilot characters, you mill 2. If there's a climax among them, choose one of your opponent's level 2 or lower characters in the front row and send to memory. Then when this card's battle, during this card's battle, when damage you take is cancelled, you can return this to hand. And this also has 2 souls. So it's a 1/0 soul, 1k body.
It's funny, but it's probably pretty bad.
I don't know. I think it's fun.
It's fun.
Like 2 souls. I gave it a B in my Yami Q-Ray tier listing. So I think you give it you try it. It's fun. 2 souls. You can, if you're playing against a lot of standby, you nuke it. It's a 3.
Okay. Good thing 1. It's a 1/0 not Dark Konami. During your turn, if you have another music or pilot character, this gets plus 3k power, so 6k your turn. And when you other music or pilot character's front attack, you can sack this. If you do, choose one of your battle characters, gets plus 1500 power. And this also is a 2 soul body.
But this card's cool. This card's good. I like it. You probably play it.
The problem again, there's nothing to defend.
There's nothing to defend, but
it's 2 soul.
It's a 2 soul beater at level 1.
Yeah,
I think you try it. 3 out of 5. But yeah, nothing to defend. But maybe you just play the Yami Q-Ray run because it has a soul trigger and a 2 soul.
Memory, though, doesn't it? If it
Pardon?
That one has mandatory mill, and if it hits, you have to send a card to memory, which you probably may not want to do.
That's true. Just don't hit.
Just don't hit. 1/0 Mikumo. On play, give a character 1500. On attack, give a character 1500.
I think this card's unplayable level 1.
Yeah, it's level 1. This is bad. Yeah. No. 1 out of 5.
Yo, it was playable in Slime, though.
Yeah,
Slime plays
really
defense.
had to, and you also had to. No, they needed it for the offense to beat Alice. That's the only reason they played this card. Because they slammed double fucking 13-5 with a climax, so they put him to 15, so they got to beat over Alice in 2 lanes. That was the only reason.
Hey, did you know that when Uda Macross was a game, I played Cosmic Movement literally 100 times to try and grant a Cheryl skin, and I got the Ronka one instead? Twice? I was so mad. I literally placed top 20 in the world for this stupid skin.
Yeah, probably not good enough.
Not good enough. Had to go top 1, apparently.
Alright, next, 1/0 Freya. During your turn, this gets plus 2k power, so 6k in your turn. And when it attacks, if you have the door CX in your climax area and you have 2 more other music or pilot characters, choose one following 2 effects to resolve it. You can either look at the top 4 cards of the deck, choose up to 1 music or pilot character among them at the hand, or you can just salvage a level 2 or higher music or pilot characters from your waiting room. This is often known as the combo from Overlord, the Demiurge combo, but no one plays that. Or it is the Kai combo from Gift Gear. This came up.
That's the most recent one that is probably in people's brain. But it's a good card.
It's a good card, and it fits really well with what Macross Delta wants to do. If you're not trying to go Link, you play this. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Pretty solid combo. Alright, 1/0 Dark Reina is a pay 1 tap self brainstorm to salvage character, and also is a pay 1 tap 2 characters to burn your opponent for every CX mil.
Yeah, I think this card is also kind of OP. In any world where you're not playing the 0/0 Reina, this is probably the brainstorm of choice, because that second effect is a thing that people would pay stock to have on their board. So
yeah. And you just get to
a modular
do it.
Think about the situations where you don't need to salvage on the turn, and you just go, yeah, I have 2 back row. I just tap 2 back row, burn my opponent. You could potentially just force a refresh on them for no reason, and they're just like, oh, wow. That's really cool, dude.
Does the 2-1 Hayate need to rest for its effect, or?
No.
Okay, so you can play this in that deck.
Yeah. So the important thing to note is this is also act burn. So this gets through pretty much every common form of anti-burn. So you can screw with defensive decks pretty easily too. Like this is I gave this an S rank in my Yami Q-Ray deck. I'm giving it a 5 here. This card is phenomenal.
5 here. Alright.
This premium booster's gotten more 5s than like half the sets we've done recently. I'm just saying.
It's because this set's
I do think a 1-0 burn brainstorm is kind of
Oh, no,
insane.
the fact that it's a 1-0 burn brainstorm
it's insane.
and a tap self brainstorm.
Like,
It's
yeah,
not
this
like
card
it's
is
just that,
insane.
right? Like, why is it also just a normal brainstorm?
Pretty good. All right,
Pretty cracked.
continuing on. 1-0 Machina. When it's placed on stage from hand, if you have another music or pilot character this turn, gets +2 key power. And during the turn, it's placed from stage from hand. If the battle opponent is reversed, you can pay 1, rest a standing music or pilot character, and if you do, search your deck for a music or pilot character.
This
It's
card's
good
also
old
good.
Yuko.
From Hinoji.
It's cute.
When you don't have a million stock cost at level 1 to be worrying about, this card can just be a really good way to have an auxiliary card.
Yeah.
Or
I
you
think
can
it's-
spend your extra stock on the burn one. On the burn
Yes,
bracer.
True, you could.
true. Well, you could do both.
No, you can't.
Like,
This one has a rest
you
standing
can't.
character.
Oh,
Rescue.
just have have 2 characters in your back row. Easy. Oh,
Wait, you have to rest 2 characters.
Yeah, you have to rest 2. Just sack 1. Easy.
Okay. -1
Okay.
+1.
-1 to +1. So good. No, I think you try this out. Yeah, I think it's a 3 or yeah, probably a 3,
Granted.
3.5.
This is played in Chainsaw Man.
It is playing Chainsaw Man. It is a good card. You try it out at the very least.
No, the one in Chainsaw Man's different. The one in Chainsaw Man's better.
It's similar.
It's pay 1, pay 1,
similar.
rest 1, ditch salvage 2. Salvage 2 is OP.
Actually, yeah,
It's similar.
It's similar, but the Chainsaw Man one is just better.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's similar. All right, 1/1 Dark
They're
Machina.
similar.
When this is placed on stage from hand, randomly choose 1 card from your opponent's hand, reveal it, send to memory, and at the end of your opponent's next turn, return that card from your opponent's return that card to your opponent's hand. This is also in Kobayashi. And when your other music or pilot character is front tag, you can sack this. If you do, pump that character's power by 2,500 power, and it has a 2 soul trigger.
It's actually just
it's
a
2
Kobayashi
souls.
card, isn't it? Isn't the
It is,
Kobayashi
yeah.
card a 2/1?
Yes, it had no
Yeah,
other
It's
effect.
2/1 and it does nothing else.
And it only has 1 soul. This one has 2 soul.
This card's fucked up. When you compare it, I don't think it's good. It's really funny.
It's
But the
funny.
fact that they took that card and just said level 1 soul trigger, 2 soul,
Second effect.
Like,
I mean, this card's funny. It gets an A for just being super weird. And then you just get to mess with your opponent.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's a way you could build a meme deck where you could just, like, put a bunch of your opponent's cards into memory for a turn, then just smack them around a bit. It would be funny. I'll give it a 3. I want to try something with this. It's stupid.
Yeah, people are talking about it back in Kobayashi Day, just slamming up 4 of these,
hypothetical.
and then your opponent doesn't have a finishing turn.
You
the
read
hypothetical.
finishing turn, you just ruin their deck when they sculpted for it.
Honestly, I could see this working combined with the Yami Reina.
I know
I would
it.
have played this with like the Mikumo top end that we're gonna talk about, just so you have something that's like costless, right? That's cheap to use.
I know
Yeah,
that
you do-
the
You
greatest
do all
thing.
of that.
The greatest thing you could do is just slam this to level 1, snipe your opponent's only level 1 CX, and
Oh my god, imagine you just rip their level 1 6 in the hand. They're just like, alright, play 3 dudes. You took my climax away. You're. Yo.
Let's go.
that's
That'd be
the
so
strongest part of
Wait,
being a
wait,
1/1.
was it look at it or was it random? I forget.
No,
It's
it's random.
Random, okay.
If it was look, this would be obscene.
Okay, everyone's
Okay,
look. This
if
card
it
is
look,
actually
I'd
broken.
play this card.
Okay.
As
And
I said it, I
fucking
thought about it and I'm like, wait, I would just play
fucking
it.
forceful
Yeah.
sentry your opponent.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, that would be disgusting. That would
Look,
be
it's the next-
Pokemon.
It's the next step when this doesn't see play. I'm just saying.
That's so true.
I hope it never comes true. Alright, 1/1 Kaname. If you're level 3 or higher, this gains the following ability. You can act, send a swing them, and then choose one of your opponent's characters, stand it, and move it to an opponent's empty front row slot, or choose one of your opponent's characters and stand and swap them. And then this is a memory Adachi. This is literally verbatim each key
It's look a
Adachi.
little different.
It's a cool card.
It's a good Adachi. It's a really
It's a good
Adachi.
Adachi. Yeah,
No,
I like it.
no reverses are needed in Macross at level 3 though, so that's awkward.
Okay, I think this is good. You try it at the very least. 3.5 to 4.
I mean, it's your Adachi. You have no other Adachi in the set.
Yeah.
So if you want Adachi, this is the one you're playing.
Yeah.
1/1 Walkie Ray. If the cost of the character crosses 0 lore, this cannot be reversed. And when your other music or pilot character attacks this turn, this gets plus 1k power, maximum at 7k.
You have 4 standbys.
1/1
You have
for all
4
standby
standbys.
copers. Let's go.
Yeah, 2.5 just because there isn't any more standbys. Next.
1/1 Reina, your standard 1/175 hand core. You get 2 more
Here's
extra.
another one.
Ooh, you have 4 standbys. 2.5. Next.
2/1 Freya. When you use this card's backup, you can pay 2, sack a character, and anti-change your opponent. So if your opponent has a level 1 or higher, if your opponent has a character whose level is higher than your opponent's level, send it to waiting room, and it's a 2/5 counter.
It's an anti-change set counter to waiting room. It's fine.
Classic piece. 3.5. Classic piece. You play it. 3 out of 5.
2/1 Reina, level assist, and you can act rest this to send one of your other characters to stock. And this is the Rin level assist from Proseka. This might actually be the assist of your choice if you don't play Haite Freya.
Maybe.
But like the other ones they're not super stock heavy either.
After
And Mikumo heals to stock. So you might play Mirage instead.
You don't. I don't know. I just wonder if you don't have the resource loop
That's true.
to use it. This is really cool if you actually play Link and you play this as your 2/1. Like hypothetically, you don't play Hayate Freya, you play like the Freya Icy Tail or some Freya Mocha or something.
Yeah.
You have this as your second back row, and it lets you clear lanes to loop your Kaname combo and stuff better, right? Because you can go play utility card, do the Project Sekai thing, play utility card, yeet it to stock, and then play your real cards down on the board.
Yeah.
The same thing.
That's fair too, yeah.
The same thing if you play Mikumo 2-0. If you have other characters still on your board and you just want to triple Mikumo, you can at least convert them
Can't
into
triple
stock.
Mikumo though. Oh, you mean red Mikumo, right?
My bad, never mind. Yeah,
Mikumo-
2-0.
Mikumo
Yeah,
Zack.
you can't triple 2-0. I'm dumb. Don't worry.
You're done. It happens,
Yeah.
don't worry. Yeah, this is a cool card if you're not playing Link. I think 4 or 5.
Oh, I think if
Cool
you are
card.
playing Link, is a cool card.
Yeah, I mean this profile is pretty good. I really liked it when I was
Yeah,
playing.
I really liked it in Pro Sakai.
2/1 Mikumo. When this is placed on stage from hand, you can discard 1 card. If you do, establish a character, and then you can send this waiting room to bounce one of your opponent's characters.
This card's good.
This card is great. It just opens up a lane for you, and you get to hand filter. 4.5 out of 5.
It's your anti-Shana card.
It's your anti-Shada card. 4 out of 5 at least.
Yo, imagine if this was it was on death. You can discard to salvage, so you can loop this.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. if they double UG me, I don't have an answer to double UG still.
Oh well.
All right, 2/2 Machina. If you have, for each other's
It's
front
a
row
bike
music
card.
or pilot character, this gets plus 2k power, and it is a hammer core, 10k hammer core.
It's a standby card when you don't have standby. 2.5.
It's a demon 2.
2.
2/2 Mikumo. Do you know this is the only climax without Link on it?
Yep.
Yep.
2/2
Demon Abyss.
Mikumo. When
It's not
the
it's
plus
not
2 Soul
Walker.
CX is placed in your climax area, if this is in your front row and you have another music character, you may send all other characters from both player stage to the waiting room. If you do this turn, this game's the following effect. Auto this card ability activates up to once per turn. When damage dealt by this is cancelled, you may deal 3 damage to your opponent. This is kind of reminiscent of the Hachama black hole, like board wipe that people like the Hata one from Hololive, but it's a climax combo instead of like card you had to
This
do
card,
a lot of
this
work
card's
to EP.
This card actually is unplayable.
It is completely unplayable. It might have been funny if it had Link. I gave this a D on the tier list.
Right. Hato unplayable with until Ali came out because the cost is like so high, it doesn't do anything. And that is also a climax combo, so you can't even have an Ollie if you wanted to. If 2 characters comes out of 2 by itself, you're still spending stock and you're going attack once with a 2 soul.
And you're gonna hit for 7? Like,
and it's a
that's
1 it's a
stupid.
it's a 1 soul.
Oh, it is
So
a
you're only
1
attacking-
soul.
You're attacking for 4, and then if it
attacking for
cancels, you do a
4.
burn 3. Very cool.
That's
And
this card
Hato
sucks.
also had an extra burn on top of her as well.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Sure
this
does.
is unplayable.
What's rating?
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
It's funny though.
It's funny, but it's bad.
Unlucky for Dark Mikumo. My bad. I missed Dark here too. Alright,
Yeah,
3/2
Yami Mikumo.
Machina. 3/2 Machina. If your 4 more music or pilot character gets -1 level hand. On play, heal 1, and when it's placed in stage for hand, if you're not a music or pilot character until any opponent's next turn, this gets +2k. This is like the Toka or the Shuna EP healer from Day Alive and
Was
Slime.
Shuna 4 or more?
Yeah.
Oh, the Shuna was a 2 or less. Oh, okay, yeah.
This is just a strong early play. 4 to 5, you play it.
It's your only early play healer.
Yeah, it's a strong early play healer to boot, so you play it.
It's a fine early play healer. You like slam 1 or 2 up in every deck.
Yeah. I think most Macross decks are on like 1 or 2. Exactly.
3/2 Mikumo, 9k power. When it's placed on stage from hand, you can discard 1 card. If you do, heal the stock, and this turn gets +1500 power. And when it's attacks, if you have door 16 climax area, choose one character. This turn gains fallen ability. This ability activated up to once per turn. When damage dealt by this is cancelled, you may deal the same amount of damage to your opponent.
Is this better than Hestia?
I don't know, because you combo this. There is Yami Freya, when we're going to get to her, has 3 soul intrinsically, but the Hestia just gave something 1 soul and burned 2.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is better than Hestia, but this is still good.
Yeah, I saw something on Twitter where they play this one Macross Frontier card that has Act Pay 1, give everything +1 soul.
Oh, they're playing yes, there is.
What was it? What was it? Pay 3. I think it was like Pay 3. Rested
it's Sagittarius Date Cheryl. It's one of the PRs. That
I did
hilarious.
I did see that list. I did see that.
Yeah.
So you're swaying 4/4/4, and each of them has cancel burn 4, basically.
Yeah, and then you use the Reyna to send the Cheryl back to stock.
So I mean, you kill from
maybe.
You should like almost guarantee kill from 2/6, and then you have a chance to kill from 2/2. It's similar to.
Is that guarantee?
It's unless your opponent cancels 5 times.
You're going for 4, 4, 4, 4. I mean,
this is sick. I love it. 4.5. 4. This is a 4. I'm trying this build. It's gonna be great.
I think asking your opponent to cancel 4 is like pretty reasonable, but whatever. Also, I'm just gonna say this Mikumo outfit's like kind of lewd.
Oh, they are very lewd.
Damn.
All right, let's move
Booba.
on.
Side Booba.
Damn.
I even noticed it.
Booba tummy. Damn.
Sam, 3/2 Reyna. At the start of your attack phase, you have 2 more other music or pilot characters until the end of your opponent's next turn. This gains the following ability: continues all your opponent's front row character gets -1k, and when it attacks, you can discard 2 cards. If you do, Icy Tail Force, so send the bottom 4 cards of your opponent's deck to waiting room. Deal X damage to your opponent. X is equal to the number of climaxes sent to waiting room by its effect.
I wish this card blew up and it cantrip.
It's fine. Like 3. You might play it, maybe.
Card had to cantrip, I think, to be good.
Yeah.
3/2 Dark Freya. When it's placed on stage from hand, choose one falling 2 effects and resolve it. You can either A, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a music pilot character, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. Or B, rest the standing characters. You may pay cost. If you do, your opponent chooses 1 climax from the waiting room. Shuffle all other cards from the waiting room into your deck. So it's a Fumio 1, and it has 3 souls.
I think this is fun. I think it's playable. You probably tech it into, say, the Mikumo deck. 3 out of 5. I gave it a B.
You probably play this in any deck that doesn't play high
yeah,
pretty much. This is a fun. I like this card.
Well, say 4/3.
3.5. Split the difference.
Right.
3 souls just based. I like it.
It's a 5 Fumio.
Yeah, Fumio. Fumio with an extra effect if you don't want it to be a Fumio, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like the other good Fumio that existed, like Superstar that's banned.
Yeah.
Smile.
Alright,
and finally, the 1/1 event that we've been talking about for a while. If you don't have a musical pilot character, this cannot be played from hand. Choose 1 and fall into effects and resolve it. You can either A, draw 1, garbage, or B, send us a memory. And if you have 2 or more copies of this in your memory, this gets -1 cost in hand, so it makes the subsequent events basically a free draw 1.
2 Upstart Goblins. You get to put 2 Upstart Goblins in your deck.
And if this is in your memory, and you have 2 or more of this card in your memory, so the total 2 of these in your memory, cards, names of climaxes with Link Super Dimension Venus in your climax area is also treated as the same card name as climaxes with Link Super Dimension Venus in your waiting room. So basically, you see these 6 climaxes down below, they all gain each other's name if they're in the waiting room while one of them is played.
The card itself is so ass, but I think for an effect as good as Link, the card has to be absolutely ass.
It's kind of like
This could have just said 1/1, draw 1. If you have 1 or less cards in memory, send this to memory. And then there you go. And it would have been a good card. It would have been completely playable.
Nope, but the card on itself sucks. It's like a 2 at best. But the Link, if Link works the way we think it does, this whole deck is just gas.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I do think it's like, this card kind of exacerbates my problem with Link, though, where it makes Link feel like it's actually just demerit text, and that never feels really good.
Yeah.
I think that feels actually, like, really bad, to be honest.
I mean, the only thing
it has to feel like demerit text.
The only super
your
cool
set.
thing I see is that, yeah, as you say, the Kaname comboing to the Mikumo. That's it.
Kaname into Mikumo, along with the Brainstorm, to set all of it up for you, is super duper cool.
If it works.
But you have
Because
to -2 stock, -2 hand in order to do that.
Yeah, well, fortunately, so the idea, right? The justification is that you go -2 stock, -2 hand, and then the first time you resolve Kaname, you get all of your hand back because you have Messer in memory, you salvage 2 off Mikumo, you got your free attack, whatever. You're like, your hand's all back, and now you on the next turn you have follow up on this from the salvage 2 because you have to salvage ever the fuck. Your grave was full.
Yeah.
You can go get 2 more Kanames. You have another to do it again the next turn. The world is your oyster, and Messer is on your board.
Yeah,
already.
Like,
and then Mikumo will be in your grave for the next turn. Like, you set up to do it again. You're really good at looping this like package.
Yeah.
So
like the idea is solid. We just have to see how stable it is.
You can legitimately free fresh every single turn.
Okay. All right. Do you want to give Macross Delta a rating then?
All right. What do you give the event rating?
Okay, the event's it's a 2.
Okay.
The only reason it's playable is because Link might actually be good in this set.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, and one more event.
More event.
This is a reprint of an event from Macross Frontier. The flavor was better in Macross Frontier because it's Symbiosis with the Vajra, also leaves Earth with the Vajra. This is just a movie poster. All players shuffle all cards back into the wing room, and you take one of your characters and make it a reverser. I think the event's cool. There's no space for it. 2.5.
Okay.
I think that's our last card.
Yep, that is the last card.
Cool. I am at a hard stop, so I'm glad we got through everything.
All right. How do we wrap it up?
What would you give this out of 10? Or 5? What would you rate Macross?
What you rate Macross and your final thoughts on the set?
Final thoughts. For such a small set, there's a lot we can do with it, which is frankly impressive. There's at least three deck lines that I see, and I look forward to playing it. And I think on release, this can play with the big boys. It's probably not a tier 0 deck, but I think it can play with the tier 1s. It's definitely better than like Oshinoko. I think it's a top. Never. I'm gonna say it's 4.5 to 5. It depends how good that Link stuff actually is.
All right, sounds good. With that being said, thank you, Tim, for coming on the show, and you are free to give out any shouts you want right now, and we'll let you go.
Obviously, just quickly shouting out Wawa Weiss. We are going to be doing a lot more Macross Delta stuff coming in the weeks. Hopefully some deck techs. We're going to have hopefully some case opening. I'm going to write my own set review. Look forward to that. Yeah, other than that, we play locals at Century Box Cards and Shoebox Games in Calgary. So if you want to come hang out with Wawa Weiss, come then. That's all from me. So thanks, everyone. I love coming on here. And talk to y'all next time.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Have fun and whatever.
There we go.
All right, with that being said, I'm too lazy to fix stream, so you're going to see Jason's forehead for a while.
Hello.
With that being said, shout out to our sponsors. I didn't give a shout to them earlier, but shout out to our sponsors, Strictly Broken, TCG, best place in North America to buy English Weiss Schwarz, and shout out to Nova TCG, best place in North America to buy Japanese product. Macross. Except you can't buy Macross there because they're not going to do any more. They haven't done premium boosters, which I feel like they should. I feel like they should do premium boosters again. I know Love Live and Bang Dream were complete dog shit premium boosters that were just reprints, and Hololive was also a pretty bad premium booster because it was just garbage cards.
I'm trying to get him to do
but he
Shauna for English.
I feel like he should be doing premium boosters again. At least the last few ones, like Shauna was a good premium booster people wanted, King of Fighter, more niche, whatever. JoJo was a good one people should have gotten. Macross was a good one people should have gotten. Or
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You can't like.
And then
you can't judge people for
Hall
not
Live
picking it up,
Summer,
so.
people should be wanting to buy that. So I'm surprised Nova's not stocking premium boosters, but I can understand when Love Live and Bang Dream premium boosters were a big flop, and it kind of feels like overall premium boosters is going to be a flop.
Yeah.
When they actually started printing. Oh, and Star Wars and Marvel were pretty flops for premium boosters too.
The Garapon fucking Blue Archive case is sold out again, or the plates that sold out again. Insane.
Goodbye.
Yeah, unfortunate. I really hope that they're gonna do it for Shauna. We'll find out eventually. We might actually have to review Shauna now because it's be premium booster in English and it's relevant.
All right, and Weiss Tea time. Shouts to them.
Thanks,
If
David.
you want to follow the translation for newest Japanese products, you can go on Weiss Tea time. If you're looking for English decks, that top regionals, Weiss Tea time. If you're looking for ban lists, Weiss Tea time. If you're looking for random ruling articles, Weiss Tea time. Check them out. Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Catch us on our next show, Blue Archive. Wait, we haven't decided who's going to be on for Blue Archive.
Me.
You're cringe. All right. With
I
that
don't
being
know about
said,
me, but we'll figure it out.
thank you
If
guys
not,
for
we might
stopping
just
by.
do Manic because it's so many.
It's a pretty short stream.
today.
Premium booster. This will be shortest ever. 1.5 hours. Rear set guy. Never gonna do. That set's dog shit. Well,
Sad.
it had some pretty cool cards, but rear set guy unfortunately did not have enough cards to fill out.
It was very unfortunate. We wanted to do it though, but yep. All right, guys. Good night.
I'm also sick. Goodbye. Hopefully I'm better by next set review, which is like 3 weeks from now.
2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. 2 or 3 weeks from now.